Good morning, everyone. There's something magical about these early hours, isn't there? When the world is still soft around the edges and anything feels possible.
Oh my gosh, yes. I've already had a few cups of coffee and I can literally feel the possibilities tingling in my fingertips.
And that's why we hide the espresso machine from you until at least 9 a.m. Welcome to Blue Mountain Morning, everyone. I'm Mark.
And I'm your caffeinated co-host, Alex. It's Tuesday, February 25th, and we're here to transform your morning chaos into clarity.
That's right. We've got quite a morning ahead of us, filled with insights that'll help you navigate your day with purpose and peace. Let's dive into today's horizon. And wow, there's quite a bit happening in Washington right now.
Oh my God, Mark, it's absolute chaos. The federal agencies can't even agree on basic stuff like whether to respond to Elon Musk's "What did you do last week?" emails, and Musk is throwing around firing threats like confetti.
The situation is particularly serious at the federal level. The government's HR agency is implementing what sources are calling a template for a second round of mass layoffs. They're not just downsizing, they're completely shutting down entire departments.
Wait. So they're basically doing a Marie Kondo but with government jobs? Does this spark joy? No? You're fired.
It's a bit more complex than that. These changes could have real implications for how government services function. But here's where things get even more interesting. Putin's making moves too.
Oh yeah, he's suddenly being Mr. Nice Guy, offering the U.S. access to rare minerals, including stuff from, get this, Russian-occupied Ukraine. The audacity.
That offer comes at a particularly crucial time, especially considering the widening rift we're seeing between the U.S. and Europe. It's been 3 years since Russia invaded Ukraine.
And everyone was like, NATO's back, baby. But now, not so much, huh?
Exactly. What we're seeing is a significant shift in transatlantic relations. The alliance that seemed revitalized after Russia's invasion is showing some concerning cracks.
It's like that friend who swears they'll always have your back, but then ghosts you when you need help moving apartments.
The implications here are serious. These aren't just headlines. They're signals of major shifts in global power dynamics that could affect everything from our economy to international security.
Not to mention our jobs. I mean, if they're shutting down entire government departments, that's thousands of Americans potentially out of work. That's actually pretty scary, Mark.
You're right, Alex. And it all interconnects. From federal restructuring to international relations to resource access. These changes could impact Americans in ways both subtle and profound. Speaking of profound impacts on Americans, let's talk about something that's probably affecting everyone listening right now: digital hoarding.
Oh my God, Mark, I feel personally attacked. I literally have 47,392 unread emails. I counted them yesterday instead of actually reading any of them.
You're definitely not alone there. Studies show the average American now has over 8,000 digital files on their devices, and that number's growing exponentially.
It's not just emails, though. I have like 500 screenshots of memes I'll never look at again, recipes I'll never cook, and oh God, so many blurry photos of my ceiling from when I accidentally opened my camera.
That's exactly the point. We're all accumulating digital clutter at an unprecedented rate, and it's having real psychological impacts.
Wait, you mean my 12 different folders labeled "to sort later" are actually bad for my mental health?
Research shows that digital clutter can create the same stress responses as physical clutter. It's what psychologists call digital decision fatigue.
And let me guess, constantly seeing that little red notification bubble with the number 47,392 isn't great for my anxiety?
Exactly. Every notification, every unorganized file, every overflowing photo gallery is a tiny cognitive burden. It's like having thousands of tiny tasks constantly demanding our attention.
Oh no, I'm literally doing it right now. I just took a screenshot of an article about digital hoarding while we're talking about digital hoarding. I might have a problem, Mark.
The good news is that recognizing it is the first step. Unlike physical hoarding, digital decluttering can be relatively straightforward if we approach it systematically.
But what about my "I might need this someday" folder from 2019 and my "important stuff" folder that I haven't opened since the Obama administration?
That's the trap many Americans fall into. We're afraid of losing something important, so we keep everything. But studies show we typically never access more than 20% of our saved digital content.
So you're saying my 47,392 unread emails aren't going to suddenly become relevant?
Probably not. And that persistent anxiety about managing them is actually causing more stress than just dealing with them or letting them go.
This is actually terrifying. We're all just digital pack rats sitting on mountains of virtual stuff we'll never use.
And with AI and digital content creation accelerating, it's only going to get more challenging. We're the first generation having to figure out how to manage this scale of digital information.
Well, that's just great. So we're basically drowning in digital clutter, and it's making us stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed. Cool, cool, cool.
Here's one simple way to start tackling digital clutter today. I call it the 2-2-2 method. Take 2 minutes, pick 2 folders, and delete 2 items you haven't touched in 2 months.
Just 2, but I have thousands.
Start small. It's like climbing a mountain, one step at a time. Tomorrow, make it 3 items. Next week, maybe 5. Before you know it, you'll have created a sustainable decluttering habit.
Okay, I'm literally doing it right now with my random screenshots folder. This actually feels kind of good.
You know, there's something deeply calming about empty space, whether it's a clean desk, a clear mind, or, yes, even a decluttered phone.
I'm starting to see what you mean. Just deleting those few screenshots made me feel lighter somehow.
Simply take a moment each day to notice the spaces between things, between your breaths, between your thoughts, between the notifications. That's where peace lives.
Wow, that's actually really beautiful, Mark. And that brings us to the end of today's Blue Mountain Morning. You know, if you're enjoying these daily doses of calm and clarity,
Which I really hope you are.
right, then hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts. And hey, if you've got friends who could use a morning boost,
Or anyone drowning in digital clutter after today's episode.
share the podcast with them. We're here every morning with fresh insights and that perfect blend of caffeine-free energy.
Join us tomorrow as we continue our journey together. Until then, stay grounded, friends.